What's up, guys? It's Alex. This is going to be part two of my uh, trailer analysis video. So if you guys see part one, check that out. If you, I'll leave a link up at the top. So right where my finger is, there should be an annotation right about there. I'll leave it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, the annotation should be gone. It'll pop back up in the end of this video if you need it again, or you can just rewind it. So what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna finish up what I was talking about in part one. And so what I finished up talking about was during the last part of the video. The last part of the video had to deal with the metal bending police, and I didn't get to touch on it as much as I wanted to. So this is why I'm gonna do that for the first couple minutes of this. Um, the metal bending police, as you know, as I stated in the first one, was started by Toph during the time of Avatar Aang and Fire Lord Zuko. They made her defender of the city or police. She was head of the police. So she traveled far and wide teaching the art of metal bending. So her daughter is now the head of the metal bending police in Republic City. So as you can see, we see a couple of we see two instances of the metal bending police. One when he's jumping off the roof, and another one when it seems he's attacking Korra. Korra just kind of kicks him in the face and kind of pushes him away. That was kind of boss, but so we see two instances of that. We also see um, um, an instance of, well, yeah, it's an instance of it's kind of like a flashback, because when you think of metal bending, you don't really think of metal bending police. You think of Toph. So when you think of Toph, you kind of have to think about the entire gang and but all that. But we'll set that aside for a second. What I really wanted to talk about before I got off track with that was the lineage of Toph's daughter. Who is her husband? There is, look, guys, I'm not part of the shipping war. I'm not Zatara, and for people who don't know what that is, that's people who think Zuko and Katara should have been together. I'm not Katang. Well, kind of I am. That's Katara and Aang, of course, and they did end up together, so that's the original shipping, if you want to call it that. But personally, I don't know who I can't even speculate who Toph's husband was, because if you think about it, Sokka's was Suki. We already know that. So who was with Toph? Was it the Duke? Could have been the Duke. Could have been Pipsqueak. I have no idea, guys. I really don't know. So you guys if you have any thoughts, leave a comment down the bottom. Maybe give me some insight, because I really don't know. I'm a little bit at loss for words. Then I wanted to talk about Korra overall, and then I'll get to the bad guy at the very end. I wanted to talk about what her lineage was, because whenever you're seeing it, when you see Korra, sorry guys, even if you want to deny it, you see Katara. You see Katara. You see her, and when you look at Korra, you see Katara, and then she acts like Toph, which is, that's awesome. Toph was one of my favorite characters. Katara was my third favorite character. So think about it like that. It's a Katara Toph mix. As a person, looks like Katara, acts like Toph. So I'm thinking, okay, so Katara was born in the Southern Water Tribe. She was the last waterbender during that time. Aang and her have children. Obviously, more waterbenders are born to the Southern Water Tribe. What is Korra's lineage? Who are her grandparents? Who are her, parents? Who are they related to? Are they somehow related to Katara in any way? It's all so we can only speculate right now. So which is why, for me, it's very interesting that it's exciting for me to think about things like that. Who's Korra's parent? Is she related to Katara in some way? Because if she's related to Katara, then somehow she's related to Aang, and somehow she's related to Tenzin. So it's fun for me to do this. Sorry guys if I've seen like over exaggerating and I'm just getting off topic. This is really fun for me to do this. This is why I love making these videos and talking to you guys about this kind of stuff. So that's what I want to know. That was the thing I want to talk about for Korra. Now the guy who I want to talk about, the guy in the mask. He actually before I talk about him, I got to talk about the people who he represents. He represents the Equalists. So I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to deal with that in this video. That's going to be in a later video after the character analysis video that I have coming up for you guys in a couple days. It took a long time to make this video. It's going to be in, gonna have to be in 5 parts because there's so many characters that I'm going over, and I'm going into in-depth analysis on all of them, and I'm gonna give you the histories and everything so you guys can be prepared. But I'm wondering, because we see Korra fight an Equalist. If you watch closely, not the guy when they're fighting, not the kid that was fighting back with the fire, not the fire bending. No, the guy who she was fighting, who was not bending back at her. He was blocking her attacks. It really looks like Ty Lee. It's not. I'm not saying it looks like Ty Lee. I'm saying it's the same style that Ty Lee used. Um, he was an equalist. If you look, he was an equalist. He was not bending. He was fighting her off. He was fighting her very effectively. Korra, for you pause it just for a split second, you can see Korra's a bit surprised. She's a bit surprised that someone fighting her like that. Because if you pause it, I'm not sure what part of the video it is when she's fighting that one guy, and it's like right before this one guy goes falling into the water when he gets thrown off the arena. It's like right in there somewhere. But pause it and look at her face. She's a bit surprised that someone is putting up a fight with her. So we see that. So we see the first signs of an Equalist. And the guy at the end. There's not really much known about him. He's the leader of the Equalist. That's pretty much all that's known. That's all that's talked about in the Avatar Wiki, which is it's your source for all things Avatar. It shows you the entire history of the people in the show. Personally, I would say, guys, go look that up. It's a good reference. I took some of the stuff from my character analysis video from that site. Actually, a good chunk of it, because pretty much all of it is written by either people who work on the show or people who are connected to the show, so it's reliable. So, guys, that's gonna be end of part 2. It wasn't gonna be as long as the first one. If you guys liked it, give it a like and a comment. Leave me a comment in the bottom. Again, I'm gonna put an annotation to it. This time I'm gonna put on my face, so it should be there. It'll be a little box. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It'll be on my face. All right, now it's gone. And guys, have a great day, and I will see you in a couple days when I put up the next video. Bye.